Let's get nuts.
Honestly, we're going to get right into the review because I want to talk about the ending of this movie with you guys because there is a lot to unravel here. So let's go. The Marvels, starring Brie Larson, Teyonah Parris, Iman, Vellani, and Samuel L. Jackson. Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. However, unintended consequences see her shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anonymous wormhole linked to the Kree Revolutionary, her powers become entangled with that of Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau. All right, you know what it is. Let's get into the positives of this movie. Positive number one. I know it's gonna sound like a cop-out. I know it's gonna sound like I'm defending Marvel every which way and these packages of mid-movies that they have brought to us lately, but I had fun with this movie. I know. I feel like people use the word fun when the movie is shit and they don't really want to say it shit, but I don't think this movie is that bad. I actually do think it is a fun movie. I wasn't really that big of a fan of the first Captain Marvel movie. I don't know how on earth it made $1 billion. But this movie, compared to the first Captain Marvel movie, it's way more fun and way more interesting. And I think that's due to the fact that there are multiple characters than just Captain Marvel. We have Monica Rambeau, who was part of one of my favorite Marvel projects post-Endgame, which was WandaVision. I think WandaVision is highly underrated nowadays. I loved her character in that show, and I loved her in this movie, as well as the newcomer, Kamala Khan. She really adds to this movie as well. The fight scenes with their powers being entangled, like, you know, Captain Marvel shooting the little photon blast and then switches with Kamala Khan. I thought it was visually satisfying, and it was overall, like I said, it was fun. The best part of this movie was Kamala Khan. I like her way better in this project than I did in her project, Miss Marvel. Her inexperience with the missions is like this being technically her very first Avengers level mission, but not really, because the Avengers aren't called. I don't know if the Avengers exist now without without Kamala Khan's character being there. I think this movie would have been more mid than it kind of is right now. But yes, no, Kamala Khan, MVP of this movie, and I can see her having a bright future in the MCU. Let's get with the negatives. Negatives of this movie are that, honestly, it's the same old negatives with every Marvel movie. It's the villain. You know, I don't even know what the villain is. Bardem? What's the name of the villain in this movie? Dar-Benn. There you go. Dar-Benn, I guess Dar-Benn was the name of the villain, played by, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Zah Ashton, who is the wife of Tom Hiddleston in real life. So that's kind of cool, a little Marvel connection and everything like that. I feel like she had very good reasoning for her dastardly deeds in this movie, but I didn't have any connection with her because I feel like she didn't get enough screen time. I feel like her motives are very similar to that of Thanos's. It's all about resources for her people and whatnot. When she was on screen, she wasn't really giving me much. They didn't go into her backstory a whole lot. It was just kind of a quick flashback, and then you kind of like, oh, that's why. I get it, but like, I didn't feel any emotion for her. I'm like, cool, that sucks to suck, but what are you going to do? Another negative I have of this movie that I can't really blame it on the actual movie. This negative that I am about to bring up has nothing to do with the movie. I'm just bringing it up because I think it's a negative in my head. It came out on the same day as the Loki season 2 finale, and just comparing that piece of Marvel content to this piece of Marvel content, it was kind of disheartening. Over the weekend, you probably have seen the memes of like, this is best show, Marvel, Loki, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying it's the best show Marvel's made. I'm not on the Loki bandwagon, okay? To be honest with you, that season finale confused the hell out of me. But the acting, the writing, the scores, everything about that show was beautiful. Then you got the Marvels. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's like I said, nothing to do with the actual movie that I saw. I just went to the theaters, came home, then watched that, and I was just like, wow, these two pieces of content, just night and day. So I need to talk about the end credits, because the end credits blew my freaking mind. So if you haven't seen Marvels, this is the end of the video for you. Like and subscribe, yes. Comment, yes. I'm about to spoil the crap out of the ending, so I'll give you time. Okay, I said this back when Ant-Man and the Quantumanium came out. That was also a very mid movie. This is better than that. Marvels is better than Ant-Man and Quantumania. But I said back in that review, I said, wait, Kevin Feige has something cooking. This is a rebuilding phase. Give him time. And now we know what he's been cooking up. He's been cooking up the Young Avengers. And before the movie goes into the post-credit scene, you see Kamala Khan talking with Kate Bishop, and you just know they're going to form the Young Avengers. I am not a comic book reader, but I know about the Young Avengers through multiple YouTube videos talking about stuff, and it gets me excited. Young Avengers, I'm so down. One, because I think Kamala Khan's character is a very prominent character going forward. I can see why Kevin Feige wants to put the burden of the Young Avengers on Kamala Khan. She's the OG member, and she's kind of getting everybody else to join, kind of like how you saw Tony Stark do at the end of the Incredible Hulk film. She was talking to Ross about getting the Hulk on his team. You got Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, who she mentions. I hope it's not a Disney Plus show, unless it's the showrunners of Loki. If the showrunners of Loki are doing the Young Avengers, then by all means, make it a Disney Plus series. But now here's where we get into the end credit scene for this movie. You see Monica Rambeau in a hospital bed, and she's talking. She wakes up to who she thinks is her mother, but it's not. It's binary. I don't know who the hell binary is. Don't care who binary is, because after she stops talking, who do we see in a lab coat talking to her? We see Beast from the X-Men. That is right. We get the first official look at Hank McCoy in his CGI glory. It kind of threw me for a loop, the CGI did. I'm used to seeing him in the blue face paint. But dude, I'm hype. We got Deadpool coming out next year with Hugh Jackman. So I don't know if she's in this universe with the Deadpool universe, where all I know is he was wearing blue and yellow, a lab coat. He was looking marvelous. No pun intended. The MCU is not in shambles. I've been seeing all that clickbait about this movie. The MCU is not in shambles. The MCU is it's the strongest it's ever been. It's gonna come back with vengeance, and we're gonna get. I think it's a good sign that we're only getting one movie next year. Hopefully that means they're taking their time on movies coming out after this, and they have a cohesive story they want to tell. How they have mutants in the MCU, it's going to be crazy. The Marvels. Grade, I'm going to give the Marvels a solid 7.8. Like I said, I can't put it in the 8s yet, because the 8s are something that has to wow me, and that the end credit scene doesn't count to being wowed. The Marvels, tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. Please remember to leave a like and comment, and also subscribe. We got more reviews coming. We got plenty of stuff on this channel. Take a look at those. But yes, in the meantime, be good, do good. I'm out.